Finally, the upcoming nerf have been announced and will probably be live when you watch this video. So let's talk about it very quickly. First of all, what we were all waiting for is the nerf of Deck of Lunacy. This card is going from costing 2 mana to 4 mana. And I think it's justified. I mean, this card was so broken when played on turn 1 or 2. And most of the time, it would win you the game right there. So seeing this card at 4 mana is very good. But as I said in my last video, this card can still be a problem in the late game. Now, is this card gonna be played again even at 4? Maybe. 4 mana could just be too much to spend on one turn to make it work, but we'll see about that. About the mage in general, I still think it's gonna be a very good deck, because in some matchups you just don't need to play Lunacy at all. And maybe we'll go back to a Toon version to make the deck more tempo and have a strong finisher. What is sure is that the mage will still be at the top of the ladder, or at least at the beginning until new decks are discovered. Why? Because of the other nerfs that have been announced. And let's have a look at Sword of the Fallen, the number 2 of the broken cards right now. This one went from being a 1-3 to a 1-2. Overall, you will only get 2 secrets out of this weapon, and this is still so good. I mean, let's see this weapon as it is. It's literally a weapon, so you can deal with early small minions, plus you draw 2 cards, and on top of this, you put them on the board right away. To me, the card is not that different, except slightly less powerful, and will still be played in every single deck running secrets. What I wanted to see is the cost from being 2 mana to 3 mana and leave the durability to 3. That way you disrupt a bit the incredible curve the Paladin can have and make it an extremely good card anyway. But I don't think the durability will change the power of the card that much. And you can still expect this card to be at a high win rate mulligan. Anyway, I don't think the 2 nerfs we just saw will change the meta at all, but the following one definitely will. I'm talking about Flinger. Now this one will definitely shake some decks. Flinger can no longer go face, so you can say bye bye to the endgame plan for Paladin and Rogue. I don't know how Paladin will come around this nerf, but I don't think they will play Flinger anymore. I could be wrong, but it feels like you have better options to put in your deck right now. And for the Miracle Rogue, it's not gonna play the Flinger anymore. Well, it's not for sure, but the point of having them in your deck was to draw a bunch of cards with field contact and finish your opponent with double fireball. This is not available anymore, so we will need to find another way to play Rogue, or at least play Rogue without the Flinger. It's also the same for the most aggressive decks, like Face Hunter and Poison Rogue. You will no longer be called a loser and take damage face, which is very good. So we'll see how this one will change the meta, but it feels like a big deal right now. And another nerf for the Rogue, Jandice being at 6 mana. With the new core set rotation, it was clear that Jandice was too powerful with all the 5 good drops you can get. And most of the time, playing Jandice on turn 5 was so powerful, especially if you played it again on turn 6 thanks to Shadow Step. As a rogue, doing that would secure the board almost all the time, so it makes sense to push the cost to this one at 6. I think it's still gonna be played in rogue most of the time, but not in mage. I mean, even at 5 mana it was not played in mage, so 6, just forget it. And for the last 2 changes, it's the watch post. Both of them lost 1 health, and it makes a lot of sense because facing a 2-4 on turn 1 was brutal. It was just unkillable and very annoying to deal with. So at 3 health for the far watch post, you can deal with it pretty easily. And because of this, I don't think they will be played anymore, because you just have better options right now. So overall, these nerfs were really necessary, and I think everyone agrees on this patch. However, I don't think it will change the most played deck, which is the mage. This one will still be at the top for many reasons, and I could still see Deck of Lunacy being played in the late game just as an emergency card. But when it comes to Paladin and Rogue, the Flinger is gonna impact these classes a lot. And moving forward, I think the gameplay for these decks needs to change a bit. Maybe having a better presence on the board, because you just don't have that finisher anymore. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but for the most part, I'm very happy about these changes and can't wait to play in a new meta. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it thumbs down. Talk to me down below about whether or not it's enough for you and what you think will be played in the future. As soon as the meta is stabilized, I will post a video about the good decks to play, so if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's it for today. Until next time, have a good one. It's really funny. Full pen flinger in hand. Nice. The army of pen flinger. Really cool.